I want to take you through an exercise on command this morning, and we're going to do things a little bit different because I have a goal. Imagine that. And just so you know, when I get up every morning, usually somewhere between 4 or 5, just when I wake up, one of the first things that I do every day is start preparing for this call. And I like what I have prepared for you today. I hope you do as well. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go to command. Now, for those of you who know me well, Billy, you said you were scared. I am totally scared right now because I am going into uncharted waters where I am not the expert. For those of you on the call who are, Victoria, I'm going to be leaning on you. If I make a mistake, help me out.
You got this.
Okay. So I'm going to hit this little red button here, and that's going to tell me what all the applets over on the left-hand side of the screen are for. And what I want to do is I want to set my goals for 2021. So I'm going to go down to reports. And I have to keep moving your pictures around because you're covering the screen and I can't see the screen. And I'm going to click on goals. And every time I pause, Victoria, it's an opportunity for you to say, no, John, that's not the right thing. So as soon as I do something wrong, let me know. And then I'm going to hit 2021. Well, that's interesting. A little while ago, it let me do it. Huh. Weird. So goal settings. I'm going to hit get started. Now I have to move all your pictures again because you're in the way. Got to keep moving, you guys. You're in the way. I can't see. Let's see. Where do I want to put you? Okay.
John, you should be able to
Minimize
put all the pictures across. Yeah, you should be able to minimize it or just drop all the pictures across the top so you don't have to keep moving it to navigate your screen.
Right.
If you look on the top right of your of where the pictures of everybody is, there's 3 different sections. There's 3 different things you can click on. Click on the first one. Should be the shortest. It's a single stack, double stack, triple, and that should pull it all the way.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to keep going. I tried that, Billy. It didn't work, but that's okay. So I'm going to hit the next. I'm going to start up here at the top where it says set goals, guys. There, it is allowing me to do 2021. So cool. So what is your 2020 annual profit goal? Let's say that my goal is to net $100,000. Done. Now it's showing that my GCI would need to be $135,000 because I've already have expenses in here of $12,000 and cost of sales of $23,000. I can adjust this. I can adjust my expenses to 0, or I could adjust it to 6,000, meaning I'm going to spend $500 a month on marketing, advertising, farming, anything that I am spending money on related to my real estate business. Now, you could put anything you want in here. And for me, it's going to be anything that's related to my real estate business. So for example, I'm not going to put my car expense in here, even though that is a write-off. I'm not putting it in here. Cost of sales, I wrote in $23,000 because that's the company dollar cap and the franchise cap for the market center that I'm a team leader of. I know we have agents in here from all over the country with different caps. So whatever your cap is, then you're going to put cost of sales, whatever that cost of sales is for you, you're going to put that in this column. Now, for example, you may be a real estate agent that's not with Keller Williams. Let's say that you're with a company that you're on an 80-20 split with, and you don't have a cap, and your gross commission is $200,000, and you're paying your broker $40,000, then your cost of sales is going to be $40,000. Of course, it wouldn't be if your profit goal was 100,000 because that doesn't line up. But whatever your cost of sale is, that's what goes here. It's not $230,000. All right.
Little high.
Now, the next thing it's going to ask you is, what's the split on your business between listings, buyers, and leases? Then it's going to ask you what your average commission is for listings, buyers, and leases. And then you're going to hit the next button. Now, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm doing this for a reason. I'm being very intentional in how I'm presenting this today, because I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to stop for a moment, and I want you to think from a point of view of inspirational, motivational, passionate. What sets you on fire? How motivational was that? How excited were you getting? Now, some of you may go, yeah, really, really excited. And most of you would probably say, not so much. You know, it's good information, but John, no, seriously, motivational, really? Now, I want to just go to a book that I'm reading right now called The 12-Week Year, and I want to share something with you in reference to setting goals. Listen closely, and then we're going to go back and we're going to start over. Remember, mindset is 90% of success. And yes, there is mindset involved in setting these goals. All right. To execute successfully, it is essential to have a strong emotional stake in the outcome. Without a compelling reason to choose otherwise, most people will take comfortable actions over uncomfortable ones. Billy has a compelling reason for selling his business, moving to Florida, and starting over. If he didn't, he wouldn't be doing this. I'm on page 19. Most people will take comfortable actions over uncomfortable ones. The issue is that the important actions are often the uncomfortable ones. Committing to 20 conversations a day, not comfortable. Calling for sell-by owners and expireds, not comfortable. Having people yell at you on the phone and hang up on you, not comfortable. The critical first step to executing well is creating and maintaining a compelling vision of the future. What does that look like? When setting your goals, I would encourage you to start with a 5-year plan. And the reason I'm choosing 5 years is because you could be anywhere you want to be within 5 years from this day. Anywhere. I would encourage you to start with a 5-year plan, scratch plan, a 5-year vision of what your life looks like 5 years from now. Think back to what we talked about on Monday. Think back to what we talked about yesterday. What does that best life look like 5 years from now? Then set your goals. The critical first step to executing well is creating and maintaining a compelling vision of the future that you want even more than you desire your own short-term comfort. Your vision has to be stronger than your desire for comfort. And then aligning your shorter-term goals and plans with the long-term vision. If you are going to perform at a high level, not mediocre, not average, take new ground and be great, then you better have a vision that is compelling. Vision is the starting point of all high performance. You create things twice, first mentally and then physically. Stephen Covey talks about that in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He says all things are created twice. First, we create them in our mind, then we create them physically in the world. You will never outpace your mental models. Just pause on that for a moment.
Say that again.
You will never outpace your mental models. In other words, whatever the vision is that you have up here, you will never succeed beyond that vision. In other words, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What are you achieving? Where are you living? What does your business life look like? What does your personal life look like? Whatever that vision is that you have, you will never perform beyond that vision. You must be clear on what it is you want to create. Most people focus primarily on their business or career, but business is just part of life. It is actually your life vision that gives traction and relevance to your business. It is your personal vision that keeps you in the game when things become difficult. And things are going to become difficult. Just because you're on a journey with a destination that is assured doesn't mean the journey is going to be easy. Matter of fact, it's not. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. You will be tempted to quit or settle, I promise. The first step is to create a personal vision, a vision that clearly captures and articulates what you want in life. The personal vision should define the life you want to live in all areas, including spiritual relationships, family, income, lifestyle, health, and community. Remember, you will never outpace your mental models. Okay. So with that in mind, let's go back. We've got a new vision now. We've got a homework assignment to create that vision of what our life looks like 5 years from now. That best life. So going back, now we're going to set our goals for the year. And we're starting with a goal of $100,000. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's go out 5 years from now. Let's make it $500,000. That's fun. And our expenses are going to run $150,000. How do I know that? Because that's the model. The model says that 30% of my GCI is going to be on expenses. The model also says 30% of cost of sales is going to be 30% of my GCI is going to be on cost of sales, which means I'm going to profit 40%. Excuse me, guys. Now my business is still 50% listings, 50% buyers, and my average commission is $9,000 for buyers and it's $9,000 for sellers. Cool. Now I'm going to hit the next button. Victoria, remember you're watching to make sure I don't mess up.
Correct.
All right. I'm doing good. Okay, cool. That's going to take me to this screen, which is telling me that a lead is someone who has shown interest in the services that I offer, but I haven't engaged in a two-way conversation with them. In other words, a lead could be someone who's responded to a Facebook ad that I've run. A lead could be someone who has called for more information on my guaranteed listing from my farm because they've received information from me on my guaranteed listing package or my no hassle listing package, but I haven't had a two-way conversation yet. That's a contact. Now, going back to the top of this funnel, what 5% means is 5% of my leads will turn into contacts. And a contact is someone that I'm having a two-way conversation with and establish a value-based relationship with them. And again, the funnel is saying 5% of my leads or 5% of my contacts will turn into an appointment set. Now, these are numbers that Keller Williams Realty is giving you. Over on the far right-hand side, you can change these numbers. In other words, if I have a better lead to contact ratio than 5%, I can simply change that from 5% to 10%. If my contact to appointment set ratio is greater than 5%, let's say that it's, hold on a second. What am I doing wrong, Victoria? Let me just
Put the cursor, use the arrow key to go to
Yeah, I'm trying. It's not letting me. All right, we'll figure that out later.
Okay.
So appointment set to appointment kept 75%. Appointment kept to an agreement, meaning if I go on a listing appointment, 75% of those listing appointments are going to turn into a seller listing. 75% of my buyer consultations are going to turn into a buyer agency agreement. And 75% of the agreements I take turn into contracts. And 75% of the contracts that I get go to closing. Now I'm ready to save and continue. And this is letting me know that my annual estimated GCI in order to profit $500,000 is $800,000. It's also letting me know that my cost of sales is $150,000, my operating expenses are $150,000, and if I click what's next, and I want to view my goals, this is letting me know I have an annual goal of 12,190 leads. I have an annual goal of 1,220 contacts. I need to schedule 732 appointments. I go on 438 appointments, get 264 agreements. Now, what's really cool about this is every time you log into, by the way, Victoria, I think there's a mistake here because it's showing me estimated GCI of 1,059,000. So I did something incorrect. Told you guys this isn't my area of expertise. So
This is based on whatever your 2020 goals, as opposed to those are your 2021. So they're not going to be reflective to what you just did for 2021.
There you go. That's it. She's right. All right, we'll figure that out later. You've got
the thing is that the ratio when you did the funnel,
yeah.
As you change the ratio of the funnel, your numbers will change to what you need to collect for leads or appointments. Excuse me. So if your conversion is higher, like if you have a higher conversion rate on your leads, you won't need as many leads to get or as appointments to get. So right. It all depends on your conversion.
Okay, so here's what I wanted you to, thank you, Victoria. Here's what I wanted you to get today. I'm going to recap and then we're going to close. I wanted you to understand the process to get into Command, go to reports. Once you're in reports, click on goals, go to goal setting and set your goals. It's easy. And then every time you log into Command, there's a scoreboard that's going to let you know how you're doing in reference to your goals. For example, Kelly eventually is going to go away and it's going to be replaced with a mobile version of Command. And you're going to be able to talk to your phone, listing appointment scheduled. Now, if the formula that you just created showed that your listing goal for the year is 48, every time you schedule a listing appointment, that's updating in Command. And if I go to my mobile Command app and I simply say listing appointment scheduled, it's logging that appointment in my goals. Now, when I open up Command, instead of 48 listing appointments, I need 47 listing appointments in order to hit my goal. And every time I log in, it's updating me on my progress. Now, this all started with, that's an exercise in how to create your goals in Command. Cool. If you need help, reach out to your director of agent service, reach out to tech support in your office for one-on-one coaching on how to do this. That's not really my niche. My niche is the first part, which is mindset. What is the mindset that goes behind this exercise? What is the vision that I need to have in order to make this powerful? Because my goal for you is not that you simply go into Command and enter your goals, my goal for you is that you use this as a powerful tool to live your best life. All right, we have 3 minutes. Talk to me. Tell me what you heard today.
Numbers are the evidence of your business.
By the way, I want to see some activity. So 50 of you on the call, that's awesome. If you haven't entered your goals and commands yet, it is your intention, and remember, intention doesn't mean anything without action. It is your intention, I'm going to change that. It is your commitment, there we go, to enter your goals and command today. Just simply type yes in the chat. That's all I want you to do. Just YES, 3 words.
Okay, John,
All I want. Okay, Victoria. Yes.
It's also your scoreboard.
Yes.
It's like playing. If you guys are playing, those who play sports, it's like playing football and not having a scoreboard there.
Boring. Very boring. Yeah, I played football, and even on the field, it would be boring for me if there wasn't a scoreboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, a couple more.
I think you'll never outpace your mental models is it can be either frustration or it can be hope. Because how many times have we done something, we've set out to do a project, and we don't quite get it, the mental picture that we had in our head, but we got a pretty good product at the end. And I think we have to look at it as because so many times we do set goals, right? We set goals and we don't achieve them and we kind of get frustrated. But do we let that frustration rule us, or do we let it be hope that it's like, hey, okay, I didn't get 100%, but I got an 85. I'm not necessarily satisfied with that, but I should look at that as like, I still got 85. And I should have hope for that. I should continue to move forward with that, continue to set my goals high.
Michael, I agree 1,000%. And a goal alone is not enough to keep you going. It is your personal vision that keeps you in the game when things become difficult. And guys, what Michael just said is that vision has to be so powerful that nothing is going to stop you. You could have a bad day. You could have a bad week. You could have a bad month, but you're not playing a finite game. You're playing an infinite game. And because that vision that's so far out there in the future that is just impossible is so powerful, nothing's going to stop you. So you guys are being quiet, so I'll close with this. I did an exercise this morning. As I'm preparing for this, I'm thinking, John, what does it look like for you 5 years from now? Right? And guys, even as I'm doing this, that drunk monkey in my head is saying, no, you're not going to do that. You're thinking too big. And Monica's sitting close enough. So guys, just as a warning, she hears these calls every morning, and every so often she decides to participate. So if she does, just letting you know ahead of time. I am happily married to Monica 33 years now. Colin and Lacey are healthy, successful, and living incredible lives. By the way, it's 2025. I'm a fortune teller, and this is 2025. This is what it looks like. I am 63 years old now and in the best physical shape of my life. Monica and I live in our dream house on the water with a 48-foot yacht docked behind our home. We take several adventurous trips at sea to beautiful islands in the Caribbean. We also have vacation homes in the Keys, the mountains in North Carolina, and on Norris Lake in Tennessee. I'm going to retire at 65, but I will never stop working as a trainer and coach. At 70, I am going to buy a marathon coach and travel the United States. Finally, before God calls me home, I will have given away $1 million. That life doesn't look anything like the life I'm living. Everything in me is telling me no. It's not comfortable. I live a really incredible life. It would be so easy, natural to just settle and say, just enjoy your life, John. It's pretty awesome. Why are you thinking so big? Why not?
Thank you, John.
Cool.
My daily headache, my headache just went away that I have every day.
There you go. There you go.
Plus, you just helped us to tweak our the way we want to see our lives also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's part of that's part of what I do. It's part of why I do it. That's worth more than any amount of money that anybody could ever pay me.
John,
Marjorie, yes.
do it. John, it's Marie Jose. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You are such a good person. You give so much to everyone. I am sure you can do that.
Sweet. I appreciate that.
I am sure.
Yes. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes. Okay, guys, it's 8:34. It's time to get to work. What's work? It's 20 conversations, not 17, not 18, not 19 conversations. Because remember, if you settle for 17, that's quitting. Your standard is 20. And you settled because you were close enough. And the 18th conversation could have been $1 million listing that you didn't get, and you'll never know it because you didn't make the 18th call because you stopped at 17. Wow. The greatest tragedy in life is not that we fail, it's that we almost succeed, and there we are. Remember, these are care calls, not sale calls. The purpose of every call is to lead with gratitude and bring contribution and value to every single conversation. Always look to get an appointment, get a referral, and add somebody to your database. Those are daily standards. So every day I am meeting with someone who's thinking of buying a home or selling a home. Doesn't matter if it's 30 days from now, 6 months from now, or a year from now, because a year from now, I'm going to need listings. And once I meet with someone every single day, I'm going to enter them into my pipeline, which means that a year from now, I have 250 people that I'm following up with. And because I follow up forever in order to create emotional proximity, because no is not a word that lives in my vocabulary, and because I reject rejection, I'll never stop. Success is 100% absolutely guaranteed. Make it a great day, everybody.
Thank you, John.
So much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Bye.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
I
Bye-bye.
got it. Go set those goals, guys. Create a really,
Okay.
really big life.
Done. But thank you.
Let's do it.